Hi guys, I'm Steph. Thanks for checking out my channel today. If you've watched pretty much any of my previous videos, I always talk about how I have oily, acne-prone skin. In like every video, if I'm doing a review, I mention it. If I'm talking about a first impression foundation, I mention it. If I'm talking about products I just bought, usually I mention it. So, in case you didn't know, oily, acne-prone skin. Except, do I? In the last week, I don't know, I had oily acne prone skin, then one day it was like less oily, and then like that, it was completely dry, and like flaky dry. Like my face felt so tight, I couldn't like move it or smile dry. The skin on my neck felt almost hard that it was so dry, and it felt like it was completely coming out of nowhere, and I was just so confused. I couldn't understand what had happened. So I was doing some research because I was like, how the heck did my skin go from like super duper oily to like super duper dry? And everything I read says that your skin type does not change because it is based on your genetics. So whatever you are born with, that is your skin type. However, they said your skin condition can change. So meaning acne prone skin, dehydrated skin, that type of thing. So I was like, okay. So I don't really know what caused it, but I did a bit more research and thought about what I have changed recently in my everyday lifestyle, and I've narrowed it down to 4 things. First thing, probably most obvious given what season we're in, winter. Canadian winters are cold, and where I am, they're quite dry, and not only has my face skin been feeling dry, but like inside of my nose, hands, chapped lips, which is something that always happens every winter. Well, the nose thing is kind of new. But like chapped lips, dry hands happens to me every winter. So it could just be the fact that the cold winter has completely dried out my skin. And maybe my skin isn't used to it because last year I was not in Canada for the winter. So maybe my skin's taking it extra harsh this year. Possibility. Possibility number 2, diet. I still don't have like the best diet in the world, but it is definitely something I've been working on. If you watch my 2018 goals, I will link that video down below. I talked about how I wanted to have a healthier lifestyle, and to me that meant eating better and exercising more. It wasn't necessarily about losing weight, though that would be a nice thing to go with it, but it was more about just being healthier, having a healthier attitude, making better decisions when it came to the food I put into my body, and making an active effort to exercise more. And so I've really been adhering to that and doing much better. So my old diet was very much a lot of junk food, foods that were very high in additive sugar. So having like a high glycemic index is what it's called. It's like white pasta, just junk food in general, refined sugars, that type of thing. And since the new year started, I've been very good about what I've been eating. I've been eating a lot less junk food. I don't really have as many treats as anymore, so a lot less refined sugar and that type of thing. And all those things make your skin oily. So the fact that I've been cutting down them could be contributing to the fact that my skin is now appearing to be a lot drier. Third, kind of goes in tandem with that, is the exercise. Now I couldn't find anything to back this up, and initially I thought maybe exercising more would make me more oily because I'm sweating and that type of thing, but then sweat is like salt based, which kind of dries out your skin. So like, at least for me, when I've been working hard, my face is actually very, very dry. So I don't know if that is also contributing to it. And then the 4th thing I can only put it down to is what I have been using on my skin. So as I said, oily, but also acne prone skin is how I would define my skin. So the acne proneness is still definitely there. So I used to have a lot of really deep pimples all around my jawline. They were deep in the skin, very inflamed, red, painful. And I've been trying a lot of different products to try to get rid of them. And recently I've been testing a new product, the Neutrogena Spot Gel Rapid Clear. They're maximum strength. So it looks like this. It is a benzoyl peroxide acne treatment. And usually the acne treatments I use for benzoyl peroxide have been about 2%, I believe. And this one is 5%. So I think it is a lot stronger. When I've done it in the past, I used to only use benzoyl peroxide just once a day. But I was like, I just got so frustrated with my acne. I was like using it morning and night, and I only used it morning and night for maybe 3-4 days, and it was within those 3-4 days that my skin got so dry. So my acne has definitely cleared up a lot. It is still there, but this is like the biggest, most drastic improvement I've seen in months. So, seen ever. So this is just like a really great product, but I think it has been drying out my skin. So those 4 things combined, I think all working in tandem, have caused my skin to get so dry. And at first, like, I didn't know what to do. Like, the first night, it was, like I said, it was so painful. I couldn't even, like, move my face. My whole face seemed to be flaking off, because even though I'm using the Benzoyl Peroxide in this region, I don't think it is the sole contributor to my dryness, because, like, up here in this region, there was, like, a lot of flaking, like, around my mouth. So I don't usually tend to use the Benzoyl Peroxides in that region, so while I think it did contribute, I don't think that was the sole cause. Like I said, I think it was all 4 in tandem. And the first night, I used my moisturizer, and, like, it wasn't enough. My skin still, like, hurt, felt tight. I ended up putting, like, coconut oil all over my face because I did not know what to do. That did help a little bit. I was a little worried that it was gonna, like, make me break out like crazy, because, like, I never have put oil on my face before, being an oily skin person. It's just something I thought was like an absolute no-no, and I thought the heaviness of coconut oil was really going to hurt my skin, but I didn't have any other oils on hand, and I needed to do something because it just was so painful, the dryness, which was something I have never experienced before. So over the past few days, my skin has gone from, like, crazy super flaky dry to just dry. We're still not back to oily, so I wanted to also share with you a few of the products I have been using lately to help with my new dry skin, which I don't even know what to do with. So a big thing for me since getting this dry skin has been exfoliating, because of all the flakiness on the skin, and then I just have all this, like, flaky skin buildup, so exfoliating has been a really big thing. And usually I don't love physical exfoliants because I'm worried that they are a bit harsh for my skin, so I tend to lean towards chemical exfoliants, but I have been using both in the last few days. So the physical exfoliant I've been using is the Life Clear Action Oil-Free Foaming Scrub in Pink Grapefruit. And this is for acne prone skin. I do like it because even though it is a physical exfoliant, the beads in it are very, very small. I'm not worried about it being too harsh on my skin, but it still gets the job done. And it even claims on the back that it doesn't over dry skin, which is something that can be a little concerning with acne products, because they tend to work by drying out the skin and drying out the pimples, which is obviously not what I want to do if I have dry skin but I still have my acne. So I find this is a great exfoliant for my current skin state. And the second exfoliant I've been using is a chemical exfoliant, and this isn't something new to me since I've gotten the dry skin, but it is something that has been helping, and it is the Ordinary's Lactic Acid 5% plus HA 2%, and this is just a mild lactic acid superficial peeling formulation. I switch off between this and the pink grapefruit extract, so maybe I use this every 4 days, I use that every 4 days, so I'm using an exfoliant about every other day. This next product is a facial spray. It is the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rosewater, and it looks like this. I actually got it I bought a set where I got this and the drying lotion type thing where you put on your spots, but because I have oily skin, I haven't really had a use for a facial spray, but now it has been such a lifesaver. My face feels so dry, I can spray it on. It helps whether I'm wearing makeup or no makeup. It's just a great way to rehydrate your face throughout the day without just putting on moisturizer like every 5 seconds, which is almost what I feel like I needed to be doing. Next is the moisturizer I have been using, and even though it's for oily skin, it's supposed to be mattifying and everything, it is the L'Oreal Hydra Genius, and it feels like you're just coating your face in water. It is absolutely amazing. I really do enjoy it, though I do think it is made for oily skins. Well, at first it does feel like you're basically just throwing water on your face and it feels amazing. Within a few minutes, like, your skin retains some of that hydration, but it doesn't feel as hydrated. So I do feel like, depending on how long this dry skin lasts, I might go out and purchase the Hydra Genius for dry skin, because the oily skin one has been so amazing. I would love to see what the dry skin one does for me, but I want to know that my dry skin is going to continue to be this way for the foreseeable future, or give it a bit more time before I go ahead and purchase that, because this is quite an expensive moisturizer for the drugstore, so I don't want to run out and buy it if I'm not going to have a long-term use for it. Even with all those products, my skin was still feeling quite dry, and I didn't really want to put foundation over it because everything would cling to it. It would just look disgusting. So I've been using a facial oil, and I've been using the Organic Wear Bright Booster Oil Elixir by Physicians Formula. So I'm not sure if you guys have seen this before, but it's just a little dropper like this, and you have the oil and it comes out, and I've just been putting that all over my face before putting on a primer and then putting on the rest of my makeup, and this has been so amazing because, like I said, the Hydra Genius, well, it does give that first like freshness of water basically being splashed on your face. That feeling doesn't last long, and this really just helps lock in all that hydration. And my skin, though it still did get dry by the end of the day, I felt that it didn't get dry as early as it would have had I not used this. So this has been an absolute lifesaver. So that's it. I don't know if skin can really go from oily to dry, or if it's my skin's just less dehydrated, so it's producing less oil because of all the things I think it could be contributing to it, like I mentioned before. But if you have any tips for dry skin, if you've ever had your skin go from oily to dry, like, do you know what caused it? What do you think caused it? What did you do? Like, please leave me your comments down below, because I'm just so like, well, what is happening? Because I tried to do a lot of research and I couldn't find anything on this. So if you've also experienced this, I would love to know, because I'm kind of just at a loss of what has happened to my skin. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this video has been helpful to you in some way, whether it's thinking about how your lifestyle affects your skin or products that could be really helpful for dry skin. I hope you found something that was relatable for you. Hope you have a great day wherever you are. Bye.